Currently. Woo! A private room is 60 minutes, and if I didn't get a talker, it's that much longer. An hour might not seem like that much time, but he is so drunk he does not even realize that his hands keep trying, or that he ordered the crystal, so I know at the end he will say yes to anything at all as long as I make it through. Keep my cool. So here's what I do. First, I question after question. Where are you from? Why did you move to the city? I react. I emote. He one-word answers, so I know it's time to get on with the show. There's still 45 minutes to go, so I slow. I coach myself through it. Here's how I do it. Tell myself, you've done more for less. Don't forget. You've handled drunker and meaner than this. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Just keep going. This is a meditative practice. The repetitive back and forth of my hips. He's enthralled and I'm just sitting backwards and staring at the wall, counting seconds, counting songs. Can you feel it? He asks. They ask that a lot. I crane, swivel my neck, make sure our eyes lock. I smile, my face a persistent convincer, and just say, yeah. Even though it's news to me, the coarse fabric of his jeans giving me those tiny bumps on my ass that house mom says are the only thing no girl here can avoid. She recommends a specific soap and says that she swears by it. I think about how I am going to use that soap when I get home and shower. I think about how I'm going to tell my best friend about all of this even sooner. Bring mom whatever is left over from the champagne. But right now, I gotta maintain. Still 17 minutes, and I have to finish. I dance my way through it. Here's how I do it. I swivel, circle, grind, bounce, twirl. I eyelash flutter. I twinkle, flicker, sparkle, shimmer, I fly. I pussy in his face. I girl next door, but I'm not shy. I gyrate, pirouette. I grit and grate. I sharpen, I smooth. You can do it, you can do it. If she can do it, you can too. I sip champagne, I breathe it through. I leave my glass on the other side of the room. I retrieve the glass, asks if he wants another. I swallow seconds while I gulp champagne. When time is up, his eyes plead with me, can you please, can you please, can you please? He is so drunk he tries to pay with a hotel room key. I have to hold his hand and help him sign the check. I'll be honest with you now, since this is a poem and not the dressing room. I do, at this point, sometimes wonder if I am taking advantage. But we have been taken advantage of so many lifetimes. You think I was born knowing what to do, how to count? Still, I'm not tipping the scales, I'm reinforcing them. He is still getting what he wants. He is still viewing me almost as he pleases. That's not actually what I think, it's just a thought, with 0 seconds on the clock. Thank you.
Give it up for Natalie. Stripper poetry. I love that poem about a pussy in his face and. What about all the things that you're telling yourself that you're doing? That's what stuck out to me. I don't know why. It's my fault. Give it up for Natalie. We do love Natalie. Natalie's a great fucking writer and American artist. And we love having Natalie out. It is the soul of the open mic. It's fucking awesome. Give it up for Natalie! Come on! And Alex Schmidt. They're great. They're both fantastic. All right, so we got a few amazing acts left. Can we get, okay, so we have Mo Patel, you are in the hole. Humzah, choudry, you are on deck. We have Aidan Watson coming up, Joe Ramirez coming up, Jasonking, Jaxn, Jake and Louie, Franz, Barth, and Paul Henry. If I didn't call your name, message me. I'm your host, frankly fabulous. I'm in my black tie. You bastards didn't dress up for my 1 year anniversary, goddammit! No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so can we get...
I dressed up.
Yes, and looks phenomenal. The sequence. Give it up for Parma, Ohio's own Joe Briggs! Give it up for Joe Briggs.
What's up?
I love that he knows my hometown so much. And I know you guys don't care, but Parma is a delight. Also,
I've got you.
You just did poetry, right?
Yeah.
I've been so drunk that I've tried to pay for something with a hotel card before, but it was Domino's Pizza. So me and that guy had very different lives. But I was over there and I was like, I get it, dude. I've been there. Instead it was just like a teenager being like, come on. Do you want the loaded cheese? You'd better not.
But yeah,
it's good.
That's why.
Who's the guy, Matt? Who's the guy that sings? He's like an Eastern European guy.
Kuzu Daddy.
Who's your daddy? He like reminds me of my grandpa so much because he's like vaguely Eastern European, and my grandpa lived alone and was like missing a leg. He didn't go out much, but there'd be nights where he'd be like, "Hey, Unji Papa, we're coming over," and he'd be like, "I'm busy, I cannot." And now I'm just like, did he just fucking do that in his free time? Would he just go to an open mic and be like, "Now I dance"? And we had no, like, that's how he lost the leg? I don't know. I have no idea. I've been watching, I'm in a weird mood. I've been watching Band of Brothers non-stop. Are there any of you watching Band of Brothers? Yeah, those boys went through hell. You really watch it?
Okay.
Guess not. In the last 5 days, I've watched all of Band of Brothers, and then I was like, it wasn't enough, so I watched all of The Pacific too, which is just the other word. And then I scheduled a call with my therapist for tomorrow, and I was like, we've got some stuff I need to talk about, because I'm going to tell her, I'm going to be like, I think I have PTSD. I can't. Okay, that joke straight in the trash. Let's see. Oh, there's a bug on my notebook. A rat tried to climb on me? Has anyone had this happen in New York?
Yes.
We're really connected a lot, aren't we? We're checking a lot of the same boxes. Did a rat really try to climb on you?
Yeah.
It's awful, isn't it? What'd you do?
I was like screamed.
I screamed. Probably worse than you did. I screamed like Audrey Hepburn would in the movies. I went, no! And I hit it. And it was like a gentle, and I hit the ground like a pack of salami, and it like skirted up. And I was so embarrassed, and this guy saw it happen, and I was like, did you fucking see that? And he just went, I don't want to be involved. Which is like a fucking crazy, because I was like, he thinks there's a backstory. In his mind, he's like, I don't know what territorial dispute you have going on with the Rat Kingdom, but I just gotta get home from my 9, even though it's 3 in the morning, I wanna get home from my 9 to 5 right now, just safely. I fucking don't get it. I go to a therapist. I am anxious, you got it. You knew. And I was going to a therapist when I still live in Cleveland. She came in. My big issue is I need to make sure someone's okay before I can like tell you about myself. And so she came in one day and she looked upset, and I was like, oh, what's going on? And she was like, I'm getting divorced. And I was like, oh, let's talk about it. And then so for the next 45 minutes, we just got to talk about my therapist's divorce. And I was like, holy shit, I'm the therapist now? I was like, I Miyagi'd my therapist? You know how cool that, you know how powerful I felt? And then with 5 minutes left, I got to like look at my watch like I'd never seen a watch before. And I was like, oh, what the fuck's going on? Oh, we got 5 minutes left? We're gonna have to finish this. And she didn't charge me for it, she was cool about it. But now I feel so strong. Because my friends are like, I'm going to therapy and it's going well. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to therapy too. It's going pretty fucking good. Okay, not the tag. I thought it would work. Did you think it would work?
It was a good build.
It was a good build. It was a good build. And then, boy, what a crash landing. I fucking nailed the takeoff, and then I was like, I've never actually landed a plane before, which is I went to flight school. That rules. Let's see here. I found a gun. Yeah. Has anyone ever found a gun before?
Yeah.
What? Is it you again? Oh. I was like, we should never hang out if you found a gun. Because who found the gun?
I found a gun.
Sick, dude. What'd you do with it? Where was it?
It was my grandpa's house after he died.
Oh, so you didn't like find it in the wild.
It was like tucked up in the closet.
But it was a guy that you thought would probably have a gun.
Oh, not so much.
Not so much?
Not so much, man. It was a little freaky. It was kind of like, oh, we're like rooting around, and I was like, oh, fuck a gun.
That's why you don't go rooting around, dude. That's how you find guns. That's how you find the weapon. The fucking was your dad like the BTK killer? I just made that up. I don't know what that is. I was like, make an acronym. They won't fucking know. This is America. No, I found mine was in the driveway. I was going to work, and I was like, oh, that's a gun. And I've only ever seen guns on the news, and they're pretty violent. But when you catch one in the wild, you're like, oh, it's kind of cute. And so he was friendly and he let me pick him up and I was like holding it and I was like, I don't think this is what you're supposed to do. So I was like, I'm gonna put this in my apartment with all the other problems that I don't want to deal with right now, and I'll circle back. And then I started to freak out, so I call my dad and he's like, everything you just did was the wrong answer. He was literally like, he's like, I sometimes can't believe you're my son. And I was like, we're on the same page, we get it, I get it. And so he goes, meet me at the police station. I get there. And we get to the counter, and the woman's like, how can I help you? And I just want to say, I found a gun, I want to return it. My dad shushes me. Because he's been retired for 8 years, and all he does is watch Law and Order. And now we're in an episode. So he's like, this is the best day of my goddamn life. So he leans forward, and he goes, send a cop out. I think we got something he's going to like. I was like, what the fuck did you just say? And he goes, shh, and then he doubles down. He goes, I said, send a cop out. He's gonna love this. She starts to look worried. I start to panic because I'm like, I want to clear this up. So I just yell, we have a gun! Which isn't the move in a fucking. All right, that's the end of my set. Thanks for.
I found a gun. What a great opener. Give it up for Joe Briggs. That's hilarious. I'm sorry to mention the apartment thing every single time. I know that we're trying to get away from those roots. I know. I'm from Columbus.
I love it.
Yeah, I know. It's Ohio. I do want to point out we had this amazing artist that did these phenomenal drawings. I don't really remember what her name is, but they're amazing drawings, and I just wanted to point those out for the viewers at home. She drew. You may have got one. She did a bunch of.
Her name's Lilia.
Lilia, yes, thank you, Lilia. I'll be tagging some of this. This is you guys, actually. So yeah, I just wanted to pass that on. Where are you? Okay, so we have Mo Patel on deck. We have Aidan Watson in the hole. Joe Ramirez coming up. Jason King, Jaxn, Jake, and Louie, and more. Can we get humzah choudry up? Give it up for the hilarious humzah choudry.
Thank you. Thanks. Hey, keep it down, guys. That's too much. That's crazy. Thanks, everyone. How are we doing? Damn. Shit is going crazy right now. He had a good set, and he was like, fuck it, we're going to party. What's going on? What's going on over here? We fighting?
Yeah.
Was that a magic trick, sir? Is that the magician over there? He's like, watch me make this table wet. Now I'll make it dry with a towel. It's a trick. That's a trick. How are we? Good. Was the photo good?
Oh yeah.
It looks cool. Is that okay? Sure. Yeah, that's you guys. That's cool that she drew pictures of people without them knowing. If I do it, it's weird when I do it. It's a talent thing. How are we? We're good? Dude, I just hit my 6 years of being in New York City. Yeah. I like living in New York City, dude. It's cool. There's a lot of smart people in New York City, you know? Like I made a friend who went to MIT. Have you guys met any of these like MIT, Harvard people that live here? Yeah, they're like us, but they're better. They're better people. But we're friends, so we like do the same stuff. Like we both do drugs. But he does drugs smarter than I do, you know? Like he microdoses mushrooms to like gain focus and change his perspective. I smoke weed so candy tastes better. It's not classy what I'm doing. Now I'm finding myself do dumb stuff all the time. Like my girlfriend, she bought me a cookbook. And I was like, babe, I don't know how to cook. She's like, yeah, that's what the book's for. You dumb piece of shit. You fucking idiot. I don't know. I'm from Oklahoma originally. I grew up there. Anyone here from Oklahoma?
Where in Oklahoma?
From Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma.
I like how he's just like, still no. As if that was gonna be the one. Still no. Dude, the FBI came to my house in Oklahoma. This is a true story. The FBI came to my, it's a true story. This isn't like a Hassan Minhaj emotional. This is a real truth. The FBI came to my house. And my brother was the only one home, so they were like interviewing him about our family. And they're like, what do your parents do? And he's like, well, my mom is a pre-K teacher, and my dad works at a school for children with disabilities. And the FBI agent was like, it's a school for Muslim children with disabilities. As if my dad was putting together an army of handicapped terrorists in Edmond, Oklahoma. Dude, that plan's so fucked up, ISIS would say no thank you. ISIS would be like, no, dude, we're trying to go to heaven, actually. So, could you imagine, though? Right? Like if a handicapped kid did hijack an airplane and fly it into the Twin Towers, you'd have to be like, great job, kid. That's incredible that you did that. It's very impressive. Who taught you? Did Humzah's dad teach you? That guy's, he's good. Pretty good, if you can pull that off. Dude, it hurts because like they looked at us like we were a threat, you know? But we chose to be here. We want to help. Like they found Osama bin Laden in Pakistan, where my dad is from. And it took them 10 years to find Osama bin Laden in Pakistan. I think my dad could have done it in like 4 phone calls. I think my dad could have had this thing wrapped up September 13th, 2001. I think they would have. They flew 2 Black Hawk helicopters over there. My dad would have flown commercial. It could have saved us a lot of money. If my dad was wearing a turban, they might just let him in. Honestly. Dude, I just found this out. Did you guys know that Osama bin Laden's dad is rich? Did you guys know this? His dad owns one of the biggest construction companies in Saudi Arabia. Isn't that so disheartening? Right? That he's like a Nepo baby? Isn't that so annoying? Because you'd like to think that he's like a rags to riches terrorist, you know? You'd like to think that he was like an inspirational... But now it's all more fucked up. Right? Because he's a total... When you think about it, it's a total Nepo baby move. To just be like, just... Because he didn't do any of the work, you know? There was 19 guys out there put their life down on the line And then he just came in and he was like, oh, I masterminded the whole thing. That was my idea, by the way. That was my idea. That's what he said afterwards. It's like, oh, you came up with fly a plane into a building? Congratulations, you mastermind. Are you 7 years old? That's the plan of a handicapped terrorist. I don't know how to put that back together. Okay, I'm gonna get off stage. Thanks, everyone.
Give it up for humzah choudry, everybody. Very funny. Thank you for coming out.
Okay, I get it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Is that right or? Okay, give it up. We have Aidan Watson on deck. Joe Ramirez, you're in the hole. Let's get the hilarious Mohammed Patel. Yeah. One of the legends of open mic. Woo!
Yeah, baby. Give me some energy, everybody! Fuck yeah, I see some people are leaving. 2 brown comics, too much. All right. Yeah. You get like a good one and a loud one. It's a 2 for special. How's everybody doing? We doing well? It's the birthday of fucking Easy Paradise. Yeah. Woo. Made it longer than God damn it. Eric Clapton's child. We did it, baby. No open windows in this establishment. All right. I'm 28 years old. I made it this far, and it's a weird time to be. It's like a weird age to be, right? I got some friends who are doing. Like I got a good amount of friends who are doing a lot better than me, right? Now they're getting mortgages. They're getting married. They're thinking about kids. But then I have these other friends who are addicted to heroin, and that makes me feel better about myself, right? No, he's just... what, no, you disagree? No, it's cool, dude. I keep in touch with them, right? Because, like, it feels good to be asked if I can lend some money for a change, you know? And, like, I can't, right? I'm just like, man, I'm sorry. I can't feed your addiction financially, but I got, like, rubber bands and spoons for you, you know? All right, maybe the disconnect is because we don't know how heroin works. Do you know?
Yeah. I'm a junkie.
Does
Does it work with the dopamine receptors or something?
Well, I'm talking about the physical act.
Oh.
All right, you take a spoon, man, you bend it a little bit, put it over light, you put the fucking heroin. All right. Sometimes comedy's just informative. Alright, fuck yeah, thank you. I don't know, man. I've been using this this cocoa butter body wash, right? And on the bottle it says it is for darker skin tones. So I would say, yeah, that's probably my favorite type of ethnic cleansing now. You didn't laugh. You got a different favorite?
I laughed.
Okay. All right, I don't know. I don't know how to be likable. All right, that's not your fault. It's like my dad's or whatever. I don't know, man. A few years ago for my birthday, my parents did this cool thing. They got me this photo album filled with pictures from my childhood. It was really neat because I got to relive some iconic childhood moments. Like 8-year-old Muhammad gets his first mustache. And fresh off the boat Muhammad confused by snow. But then I came across one photo that threw me off a little bit. It's a picture of this average family all smiling and happy. And sitting right next to them was 5-year-old me bawling my eyes out. And I don't remember this, so I asked my mom, and she said, "Oh, that's a family that found you when we lost you at Six Flags." They were a lot nicer than the family that found you when we lost you at Disney World. So I was like, Ma, you guys lost me at 2 different amusement parks. And she just said, at least. Dude, my parents lost me at this place called Aladdin Water Park in Karachi, Pakistan. A city known for its human trafficking. Alright, well, fuck it. That joke has already hit its thing, I think. I don't know, man. What do you like talking about?
Shit.
Shit? I don't have any. Alright. I've been shitting blood. That's not really funny.
Hemorrhoids.
No, man. It's like dark. I'll be honest. I don't have health insurance. This is how I get medical advice.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Somebody just say, I don't want to be here. That's fucking dope, dude. I love this. Thank you. Thank you. Did anybody not trust that musician a little bit more because he was like South Asian? No, because I am South Asian, and I'm just like, I didn't know we could do that, you know? I didn't know it was allowed. All right. Fucking Humzah was talking about 9/11 earlier, right? I found this out. After 9/11, museums, in order to borrow artwork from other museums, had to take it out, on top of their regular insurance, they had to take out something called terrorism insurance, right? So they had to be covered under acts of God and acts of Allah. God damn it, man. I'm trying. Actually, this is actually fun, man. I'll do a short little one and get the fuck out of here. All right. I'm trying to be like a male feminist, right? I'm trying my best. But I feel like, as a male feminist, there's certain things you can't do anymore, right? Like, I refuse to play the game Ms. Pac-Man, right? Because in that game, you're controlling a woman's every action from the other side of a glass ceiling. Yeah, and then the whole time you're just making her gobble up balls. All right, thank you, everybody. All right.
I like that button on the Ms. Pac-Man joke about goblin. I don't think I've heard that.
Yeah.
And give it up for the pants and the whole bangles. They're like Zumba, or what are they called? Zuzaz or something?
Hooday.
Hooday. I love T.O., man. That was my era. T.O., those were the days. Hooday. But I'm a Browns guy, unfortunately. So my life is hell. All right. Can we have Joel Ramirez on deck, Jason King in the hole, Jaxn, Jake and Louie, Franz, Jack Barth, and Paul Henry. Is Aidan Watson still here? There he is. The man, the myth, the legend. I mean, talk about memories. Eating 99-cent pizza after the open mic. And this guy turned me on a guitar again. Thank you, Aidan Watson. Thank you all for coming out. We have just a few more. We're wrapping up. The 2-drink minimum, probably last call-ish. If anybody wants to do a bunch of shots and get wasted, I'm down. I have to work till 5 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah. Try. Oh shit. Should be working. Hold on.
I answered a different song without the distortion. That's easy.
Yeah, that might be. I don't know. Let's just keep on.
I tried.
Can we just try direct? Real fast. Sorry. That's part of the grace and elegance it takes to. Where did I come from?
So, try a new unfinished one on this.
Yeah. Woo! Give it up for Aidan Watson. We're so stoked to have him back for season 2. Recurring characters, new storylines. Give it up for one more time for Aidan Watson. Right. Jasonking, you are Duck Jackson, and you're in the hole. Let's get Joel Ramirez up. Give it up for Joel Ramirez.
Yeah, I'll let you get off. Great job. Yeah, you're great. Ready to start? Justice, the fucking short king height. Alright. Guys, get up to our mat, right? Fucking doing great. Good mat.
Thank you.
Has anyone told you look like Johnny Knoxville? No.
No.
The glasses and the hair.
Oh, I like it. Thank you.
You should shoot yourself. Not kill yourself. shoot yourself, guys. All right.
Oh my God.
You guys don't know? You guys aren't familiar with the John Knoxville?
That's funny. That is
Like his first stunt that he ever did, his first stunt that got him famous, he put on a bulletproof vest and shot himself. Point blank, right? Great idea. And I think Matt should, for being his doppelganger, you should, make it, do next. I think you should do next at the next open mic. You know? I'm sure it will kill. It will kill, guys. Yeah. That's what I love to do. Start my set, fuck my sign. I just want the host to self-harm, is what I'm trying to say. Now, I do want to keep talking, because like, I am like a Jackass fan.
Yeah.
And like, I did like, read like an article on John Knoxville doing this stunt, and he didn't want to shoot himself at first. He wanted someone to shoot him, and no one wanted to, like he couldn't find anyone to shoot him, right? Fake friends. So I'm like, Matt, if you want to do this right, I'll be more than happy to pull the trigger. Like, John, alright, I'll stop talking. COVID's coming back. You guys see this? COVID's making a turn.
Yeah.
Dude, I've had COVID 3 times. If you ask my job. Because technically, I haven't got that shit once. Like, I don't even believe it. Right? That was like, it was so easy to call it at work in the pandemic. Right? Especially because COVID had like 1,000 symptoms. Like every time a new variant came out, I'd be like, word, that's another week off. Like I got so used to calling out that when I actually got sick, I would go into work. Because I couldn't use my COVID sick days there. I was supposed to be having COVID next week when I'm in Miami. You guys didn't schedule out your COVID? Fauci's. Sweet. I'm gonna talk about it. You know what Instagram caption I always see that I fucking hate? Life lately. Have you guys seen this overused basic bitch ass caption? Life lately. Every time I see this caption, I'm always like, I hope lately life ends for you. Like, I hope life lately is a GoFundMe page for your chemo. And I ain't donating shit. Let's do something else. Oh, so much wires on the floor. Recycle. What else I got? Oh, I think adults. I think we should bring back skipping in adulthood. Right? You guys remember skipping?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. I think we're like supposed to be skipping. Like as human beings, like we're meant to be skipping. Right?
Yeah.
And you remember doing it as a kid? You did that shit naturally. Like no one taught you, you just did it because it felt right. And all of a sudden you stopped because an older kid called you a fairy. Like homophobia has taken away a whole method of transportation. The best method, dude, you guys need to revisit skipping.
We all skip.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we
Dude.
skip down Lucky Alley.
Alright, well you're ruining my Right, but no, honestly, yeah, I'm with it, right? It's a nuance. It's like soft on your feet, light on your joints, easy on the knees. Dude, call me a fairy, but that shit is magical. Sweet. Didn't know if you actually skipped. Let's see how this one goes. You guys like politics? Nah, fuck with you, right? No, like, I'm a moderate. Which, yeah, you guys hate me now. But it's so weird saying you're moderate. Right? Because, like, I was talking to this one girl. She's a liberal, she told me. And I told her I was a moderate. She was like, a moderate just means you're a closeted Republican. Word. This bitch obviously had blue hair. Yeah, but she was like, a moderate just means you're a closeted Republican. I'm like, no. It just means I think Republicans are racist. There you go. And Democrats aren't racist enough. I'm right in the middle. Like, you know, like I don't like Republicans talking shit about Mexicans. Like, these illegal aliens are infesting my country. It's a little harsh. Like, we're not insects. But at the same time, Democrats, don't call me Latinx. What is that? That's even like more, like what word ends with an X? No Latino asked for that. Maybe like 1 or 2. Those are the aliens infesting our country. We gotta get rid of them. Those wetback X's. Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna. That was fun. A minute left. Can't see. I can only see my reflection more than I can see anyone closer to you. Oh, he's waiting. All right, guys, thank you.
All right.
Give it up for Joel Ramirez. The Johnny Knoxville thing, I take it. But it did feel like there was some hostility maybe coming out or something, I don't know. It has been a long night. We appreciate it. You're in the first anniversary. Have you been here before? Joel Ramirez? Yes. You were great. You were fantastic. I remember, of course. But Joel Ramirez...
I've been here before.
But you were great too. It was like last year. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, great. I mean, thank you. That was hilarious. That was very good comedy. Give it up for Joel Ramirez.
All right.
So we just have a few more acts. We're going to be wrapping up by 1:15. So can we get Jaxn? You are on deck. Franz, you're coming up. I think Jake and Louie left. Is Jake and Louie? You're here? Fuck yes. Okay. Jake and Louie, you are in the hole. Jaxn, you're on deck. Can we get the king of comedy? No open mic would be complete. We are so lucky to have Jason King.
Hell yeah, guys. Give it up for Matt. What's going on? Hey, alright. Cool. Fuck yeah. Alright, let's see. Alright. Any start like this? Anybody here ever had a threesome? Yeah? You? Okay. This whole table? 3 out of 4? Oh my god, this table fucks, this table skips. Next level society. People are drawing pennies at me. I mean, I don't know if that's what happens when you skip. I think a skip is what happens when you have threesomes. I think that's how that works. Alright, cool. You, 2 girls, 2 guys?
2 guys, 1, 2
Yeah,
girls,
it's like
a couple
people
of
care.
times.
It's like I love so might as well. No, that's okay.
I'll put your pen up.
He's trying to make you jealous.
Congrats on your anniversary.
2 girls a couple of times.
Thank you. Alright, have a great night.
You know what it is. Multiple threesomes. That's how you live your life. That's why they happen. That's fucking crazy, man. That's so fucking cool. What were their names? Tanya, Felicia. What were their names? No, don't say that. Don't do that. That's not gonna spoil. I know, threesomes are rare, man. I know threesomes are rare because rappers still rap about them. Right? Like they hold it in like the same esteem as like everything else in their life. They're like, I got a 50-acre house, 2 Lamborghinis, and a spaceship. Also, I had sex with 2 women. Save that part for last because it's the craziest part. You know, when it comes to group sex, I feel like a lot of times you always hear guys, you know, they'll be like, yeah, we like ran a train on this girl. You've heard this? Heard this term? It's so strange to me that like guys want to like try to own that. Right? And they try to use this term to like own this whack thing. You know? Like it's not, don't be proud of it. Like only, if anything, she's the one who should be proud, you know what I mean? Like you guys didn't run a train, she like took a cruise. She went to St. Vincent, she went to St. Mark, she went to St. Jake, she went to St. Alejandro, she went to St. Jamal, and she like got on each island, like did her thing and dipped. And your dumbass was like, please come back to the island of Jake. It's just a dumb joke. See, I'm starting to reach the age, a lot of my friends are like publicly going outside and being like, I'm an uncle now. Like with no shame. It's crazy. I don't know why you would public say you're an uncle. Like, you know, you're like this close to being a child molester. Like, don't say that. That's a crazy thing to utter. Don't do that. Let's see what else. What else is new? I don't like nut milk. Sorry, that sounds sus as fuck. I like almond milk less than I like regular milk. And like every time I say that, people will be like, listen, human beings are the only people that drink other animals' lactations. And I'm like, yo, human beings are also the only people that like suck each other's balls, all right? Just because animals don't do it doesn't mean it isn't good. Maybe we just figured out some shit they haven't figured out. You know, like I don't take animals' advice on everything, right? Like when I take a shit, I don't make a hole. I don't do that. When I get horny, I don't wait till spring. So why am I gonna listen to their dietary regimen? That's I'm not gonna do that, bro. It's fucking crazy, man. So I'm gonna keep drinking cow's milk, and if you got a problem with it, you can drink my nut milk. Okay, cool. Those are the new. Well, there's one more new one, and then I'll just leave. Here's something. Are you guys having trouble with dating? How would you rate your dating experience from 1 to 10? Just yell out a number.
9.
9?
Yeah.
Damn, we got multiple people skipping in here. How many threesomes you had?
I honestly don't know the number.
Man, you ain't a 9. That's like wait, you don't know the number? That's how many?
It's the life.
Felicia. It's killing it. Fuck, dude. I'm a loser. This is awful. But yeah, I think dating is fucked up, honestly, and you know, because social media and dating apps have made it so that the most beautiful, richest people can now access everybody, and can kind of hoard all the romance, such that it's almost like we're operating in an unregulated free market. And it's almost unfair to call incels, but rather we should call them the romantic homeless. And we know they're homeless because they always ask for the bare minimum. They don't even ask for sex. They're like, could I just see some toes? Could you show me a picture of you fucking a penis? Doesn't even have to be mine, just a. Could you send me a voice memo of you describing your vagina? Can we do that? Yeah. And like I look okay, you know, but as a sub 6 foot guy without white skin and without generational wealth, I am middle class. Right? I'm just like a lot of you, not like these two, but like a lot of you. I'm just getting by. I don't know where my next paycheck is coming from. I'm living meal to meal. Sometimes I gotta eat meals I don't want to eat. Very fatty white meals. Sometimes I gotta cook at home. And there's a great quote that says, the middle class are here to create all the wealth, and the poor class are just here to scare the shit out of the middle class. And I think that's so true when it comes to dating. It's clear that we're scared. Like for the first time, like men are like watching videos and reading books about women. You know? That's crazy. Like we see like all these romantic homeless people and we're like, we gotta get an education. It's the only way we'll be okay. For the first time in history of mankind, white women have butts. That's wild. They're building that shit. They're in the gym. Desperate. Just in the gym, just doing hip thrusts. I've been a bridesmaid 8 times. How many posts do I have to make about loving myself? Bernie Sanders is always like, we should get rid of billionaires. Billionaires shouldn't exist. You guys think so? Woo! Woo! Yeah. You know what shouldn't exist in a romantic economy? Thruples. Threesomes. Y'all out. Ruining things. I'm joking. I want that too, but... Okay, I'll say this, but I think one of the most interesting things about like this romantic free market is kind of like if you like extrapolate it to like the economy overall, you know, it kind of shows you a lot. It's like, yeah, in a free market, people do compete. But at some point, when the inequality like reaches a certain level, niggas are gonna get shot. You know? All right.
The whole thing about the sexual economy and wow, and cooking it. That might be too funny. All that stuff about cooking at home and stuff. That is hilarious. Give it up for Jason King. Okay, so this next act apparently has had more threesomes than he knows how to count. Which doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, this dude is a stud, you'll see. Give it up for Jaxn.
Yeah.
He's great. We love Jaxn. Thank you for coming out. Oh yeah. Do you plug in or?
Nah, I'm gonna just shorten this guy. Yo, you were my favorite comic all night. That was mad fun.
Oh, thank you so much.
Which, also, this is a good lead-in, because I don't know why, Claire said some shit earlier. I came out to my family as bi, poly in like 2018, 2019, which is whatever, but Claire was talking about this. There is this sensation in the community of like, am I gay enough?
Yeah.
And Claire was kind of talking about that, so I have all this shit on. One second. Answer to today. Yeah, so the concept was, am I gay enough? And I got home from like a grinder hookup the other night, and I woke up the next morning with a note in my phone.
Right.
With a note in my phone that said,
Okay.
I swallowed cum I puked last night.
Okay.
Am I gay enough now? So that's like at least a C+, right? Also, I always wonder like what song I actually want to play, and then I get up here and I have no fucking idea. Does that make any noise?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Ain't no sunshine when she gone. I've been sitting and drinking for hours. It's not warm when she's away. Ooh. Ain't no sunshine when she gone. And she... Sorry guys. I'm gonna start this over and it's gonna be way better. Here we go. Ain't no sunshine when she gone. It's not warm when he's away. Wondering this time when he's gone. Wondering if he's going to stay. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone. Oh, when he's gone too long. Wow, I'm sorry, y'all. I missed like 30 or 40 notes in here. So, you know what? You know what? We're just playing with it. Thank you. That's been twice now. I'm gonna change it up real quick. This will be the last try.
We gotta move it on. We gotta move on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Not a problem. Thank you, y'all. Have a good night.
All right. Give it up for Jaxn. Okay, so we are moving into the lightning round. We have to wrap things up in like 10 minutes. So unfortunately, the rest of the acts get 3 minutes each. I'm sorry about that. If you could do it less than that, that would even be great. I'm sorry, they're kicking us out. Sorry. Can we get... So we have Jake and Louie, Franz, Jack Barth, and Paul Henry. Let's try and make it fast. I apologize, but let's get Jake and Louie up. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, good, yeah. Starting a new season of the KGD open mic. This is one character you're never gonna fucking see again, Matt. Alright, thank you everybody, I'm Jake and Thank you everybody, I'm Jake and this is Louie. By the way, I just found out that the lantern flies are a huge issue. I didn't know until I read an article in another comic told it about me. Yeah, the environmentalists are saying that we gotta kill them all because they're an invasive species and everybody's fine with that. But I say the same thing about Puerto Ricans and suddenly I'm the racist. Don't start so offensive, whatever, man. And thought anyway, it's Yom Kippur. Do we have any Jews here? Any Jews? Very good. Don't identify yourselves. You learned your lesson. Fool you once, shame on you. Fool you 6 million times, it's kind of your fault at that point. All right. Come on, we're not trying to upset anybody. This is a great open mic, easy paradise. Wonderful bar, the KGB room. Oh, what a shock. The caramel-colored Joseph Stalin likes the KGB room. It looked like somebody asked Les Anderson to draw a black guy. Come on, I'm feeling good about myself. I got a haircut, I got a new shirt. Yeah, the shirt's great. If they ever make an all-black remake of Saved by the Bell, you'll be ready, won't you? Alright, whatever, fuck this. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm trying to improve myself a little bit. I quit smoking, it was hard, but I managed to do it. Good, it's about time you quit. Thank you, man. I didn't know that you cared so much about my health. I don't, but if you get throat cancer, then we're both fucked. Do you know how shitty this act would be if you got a tracheotomy and we both had the same robot voice? I'm Jake and this is Louie. Would you like to hear an anti-Semitic joke? Come on, it's alright. Yeah, I'm trying to do better. I'm on Hinge now. I'm trying to date. If anybody didn't know, if you swipe right on a certain amount of people of the same race on Hinge, they will only recommend you that race of people. Yeah, that's true, and Jake here likes Asians. So every time he goes through Hinge, it looks like he's casting extras in a Godzilla movie. He hates Dr. Oppenheimer, not because of the loss of life, but because that's 300,000 Japanese folks he can't fuck. Yeah, he got the light. Oh, we got the light? Do we have time for our 17-minute card trick? Someone should tell that motherfucker not to quit his IT job. Alright, anyway, we're gonna wrap up. A little bit of old news though. Lizzo is a bit of trouble because she fed her dance. Oh, fucking right already. This is why everybody hates America. Russia is marching into Europe. Iran is having a revolution. And all we can talk about is a fat fucking pig feeding cunt bananas to other fat pigs. Come on. The next time I hear a news story about Lizzo, it better end with her grabbing her chest and falling off the stage. Come on. Don't say that about Lizzo. She's a wonderful performer. She looks like Aunt Jemima. She drank all the syrup. Thank you, everybody. I'm Jake, and this is Louie.
Jake and Louie, talk about memories. Oh my God, we all remember. It was fantastic. We love having you back. Give it up for Jake and Louie. Franz, Jack, Barth, Paul, Henry. Let's get Franz up. Let's keep it tight. 2 to 3 minutes. Let's do this. Sorry.
Just playing for the dregs again, but that's okay because y'all my people. Woo! This is one sort of about accomplishment. How strong the roots are branching deep and wide. Now bear the fruits of labor, blooms of pride. And all the seeds that heavy sighs have sown, with sweat and tears were watered, now have grown. We have the sort of my Easy Paradise tribute piece that I wrote. This life is all a diary, a place to document ourselves, and I will write down all of me, a book to handle, not for shelves. It's all a diary, this world, in every corner, every side, the pages of our lives unfurled, despite how hard we wish to hide. A diary of all our days, and on our sleeve we show our heart, where every scene becomes a stage, and each upon it plays their part. Of all these records left to read, so diaried by you and I, as surely as I eat and breathe, I find that I must read or die. And if I had more time, I would give you context for these next two, but they're sort of diary pieces for me. I won't grow up, you can't make me, go forsake me, I won't give. I will not act any older, I'll be bolder how I live. Don't think silly, you'll abolish, my resolve is very deep. If you think that I'll mature, then that's a burden you can keep. I will grin and you can bear it, I won't dare quit fun and games. Challenge me, I won't fight fair and pull your hair and call you names.
Do not think that you can simply just convince me to get old. Even if you rage and riot, I won't buy it, won't be told. My parade will not be rained on, down the drain, gone is that plan. You will find I'm much too crafty, try and catch me if you can. I will never stop my laughter, even after all you tried. If you seek to squash my spirit, I won't hear it, I will hide. But a thing that you just might do if you'd like to tag along. You can also keep young at heart, it's not that hard, just stay strong. And then we can play together for forever, you and me. One big party, never ending, still pretending endlessly. And see if I can get through this one without crying, but we'll see what happens. I've had a big imagination since I've been very young. It's been the cause of such elation and a source of endless fun. I've thought up so many adventures and conjured countless friends. Sometimes I find I can't remember where my imagination ends. Often a wild imagination is the thing that it was called, and caused grown-ups agitation, but it's simply not my fault. It's just that dragons, maids, and knights all ran around my head, and I had wicked trolls to fight when it was time for bed. Overactive imagination is how it was sometimes put, and caused a slight procrastination when obligations were afoot. But how can one in their right mind still think of doing chores, when buried treasure's there to find, and it could all be yours? A vivid imagination is the thing that I would say, and I work at Grand Creations almost every single day. For if even one young person who's imagining as well decides that they are certain they have their own tales to tell, then I hope my imagination and the things that it has seen are a source of inspiration and a guidepost to their dreams. And with all the wonder that it brings, you should never let it go, and just keep on imagining however old you grow. Thank you.
Give it up for Franz. We love him. He's amazing. He's an important part of the open mic. All right, Paul Henry on Jack. Let's give it up for Jack Barth. Hilarious. Happy birthday, Jack Barth.
Did you say happy birthday to me? It's not my birthday. It's your birthday. Whatever. It feels like I'm holding all of you hostage right now. Wow. My jokes. One time I was last at a mic and there was a guy who went up before me and he had kids and he stayed and I'm like, dude, go see your kids, man. Your kids went without a bedtime story because I had to tell my jokes about cum. Like, you gotta go teach your kids, man. All right. Whatever. I'm trying to stop smoking as much. Once you stop smoking, you replace it with something else. So I replaced it with candy. But that's not really the vibe, you know? All the situations you would smoke instead of just eat candy. I'll be outside of a dive bar, just eating a Three Musketeers. People are like, why did he have to go outside to eat that? And why did he put it in his mouth and light it? I don't know. I'm standing next to people, I'm like, yeah, this is the new American Spirit Browns, actually. It's a chocolate. I'm a math tutor. I teach kids math, and kids say the darndest things. You know, kids say the darndest things. They say things like, is this your real job? And why don't you have a real job? And why don't you get paid more? Did I say kids? I meant my dad. My dad says the darndest things. Do you guys ever have an experience that no one gives a shit about? Something bad happens to you and no one cares at all? Does this ever happen to you? The first girl I ever dated, she hooked, I want to say cheated on me, but no one's gonna agree. She hooked up with a girl and no one cares because it's a girl. Every time I tell a dude, he's like, that's awesome. That rules. The love of your life fuck someone else. That's so sick, dude. You're so lucky for that. I wish my girlfriend would fuck a girl. I'm like, dude, she's not thinking about it. She's not eating pussy and be like, I wish this was my boyfriend's dick, you know? I waited 4 hours to do this. Thank you for the light. I have that ex-girlfriend, she lives in Philadelphia, and she was like, if you're ever in Philadelphia, let me know, and me and my partner will come to one of your shows. No, I don't want that. I don't. Keep your partner to yourself. The only way I want you and your partner to come to one of my shows is if you became a cop. You know? And you're like, yeah, me and my partner, Detective Steve Reyes, would like to come to one of your shows because there's a known perpetrator in the audience. And also, we love to laugh. All right, guys, happy birthday. Bye.
All right, give it up for Jack Barth. This is our last act. Thank you for coming on the 1 year anniversary. I'll come in and I'll just say one line at the end. Give it up for Paul Henry. Paul Henry. Yeah. you all for hanging out.
I went to Catholic school, and the girl I'm talking to now is Irish, so we fucked the way God intended. No condoms and a lot of prayers. You feel me? Yeah, we do that because she doesn't believe in birth control, and I believe in myself. My pull-out game is the only thing I have a 100% success rate in, and I'm gonna keep it that way until I choose not to. Because I'm gonna bust my nut at some chick. What? I don't know what said that, man. My YouTube algorithm has been, as the kids say, off the chain recently, but it kind of like, it's conflicting for me because I feel like YouTube algorithms are like dreams where they reflect you, you know, and trying to decipher them to figure out what it says about you is not like a great exercise, you know. I've been getting a lot of videos of people living out of their cars. And they always use like stock music that's happy, and I'm like, yo, this is not a happy situation, right? This chick lived in like her 2016 Toyota Corolla, and she's smiling in the video, and I'm like, I know you're not smiling when the camera's off. And it's hilarious, right? Because she's like, she says shit like, and I store my kitchen underneath my front seat. I'm like, that's not a kitchen. That is a life gone wrong, man. And she has the snark, man. She makes coffee every morning, and in the video she had the snark to be like, yeah, you know, I like my coffee and I don't like to spend it $5 every day at Starbucks. I'm like, girl, you live in out your car, man. I don't know why you got this snark right now, man. I think, do I have anything in here? Oh, I think it's really cool. My favorite thing about Miss Frizzle's Magic School Bus is that she taught all of her kids not to be snitches. All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you for coming out to the 1 year. This is my book, 1 year. It's been a year. This is today, September 25th. And I leave you with this. We passed a seabird earlier, healing unconscious mirrors, flowing over earthly water. Get the hell out of here. Go downstairs. We have to get out of this space. Thank you for coming out. Let's go downstairs to the bar, or let's hang out on the stoop. Thank you all for coming out. It's been a magical year. We love you. We love Easy Paradise. Come back next week. Thank you.
Yeah, you ripped off mine. See what yours hilarious. Thanks for having
Dude, hilarious. That was fucking hilarious.
I gotta figure out how to
That whole thing at the end.
I gotta make it funny. I gotta take it to the next level. Gotta keep